You're done?
The commissioner should be on the station.
Okay.
Right, Wendy Martinez, your teacher is here, the ICEMAN office.
Oh, that.
We're on every
Really?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. God, we gotta get free pizza right now.
Because it ain't them, it's me, because we never ordered it.
Yes, somebody else wrote it, really.
She wants for that.
I know.
That's your cake.
And it was like, you don't swear, I said, why? And we never understand.
All right, then, when the judge comes in, I'm gonna ask you guys to go yourself, okay? Go this way. All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. Not that I'm aware of. I'll check for you, sorry. Mr. Garcia, I see that you're on the line. Are we expecting any victims calling in today?
I don't think so, Your Honor.
Okay, I do have someone named Mrs. Nash on the line. Could you please identify yourself?
Melissa Nash regarding my son Gregory Smith Jr.
And are you just calling to observe, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay,
This
that's
is
fine.
the link. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Good evening. This is the time for the 5 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on April 8th, 2025. The court's orders to taking a DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's go ahead and get started with Kendrick Mitchell to the podium and Brian Bizzle to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Kendrick Mitchell, 10/15/96.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for violating the terms of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am going to set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the request that's in the warrant. It's to hold you non-bondable at this point in time. Talk with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release on the 15th. All this information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then have a seat. Brian Bizzle to the podium, and then Gregory Smith to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Brian Richard Bizzell, August 20, 1976.
Thank you. And I do apologize if I mispronounced your name. That was not my intention. We are here today on a probation violation warrant. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the request in the warrant. It is to hold you non-bondable at this point in time. Talk with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release on the 15th. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Gregory Smith to the podium and James Johnson to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Gregory Smith, 11/13/2006.
Thank you. Counsel?
Good afternoon, Judge Mark, here on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. Mr. Garcia?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Stephen Garcia on behalf of the state.
Thank you. Sir, we are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony, discharging a firearm in the city limit, a Class 6 felony, and theft, control of stolen property, Class 6 felony. Counsel, would you like to be heard on probable cause today?
No, Judge.
Okay, I will find probable cause based on the statement that I received from law enforcement today. That doesn't mean that you've actually been found to have committed any of these allegations, just that there was cause for your arrest. Counsel, I did see that you were representing your client, is it through the rest of the case as well, or just for today's purposes?
Just for today's purposes at this point, Judge.
Okay. So I will go ahead and appoint an attorney to represent you through the Public Defender's Office. If you do hire Mr. Nermer moving forward, he will, I'm sure, file a notice of appearance. That'll override that appointment of counsel, but I want to make sure that you at least have an attorney at the next hearing. I am going to set a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. And Mr. Nermer, we'll make sure to get you a copy of the release conditions so you have those dates. I did receive the state's recommendation, Mr. Garcia. Did you want to supplement anything with that?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Nermer, did you see the state's recommendation?
I did not. What are they on?
The state was recommending a $200,000 cash bond with electronic monitoring.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. You ready for me to make a pitch?
Yes, go right ahead, Mr. Nermer.
I don't know. Can you hear me, Mr. Garcia?
I can, thank you.
Yeah. So Gregory's 18 years old. He's about to graduate high school. He's finishing school. He's got a job. He works detailing cars at a business for Golden Boys Detailing. He has no criminal record at all, no juvenile referrals. He lives with his mother, or his father, I'm sorry. He's a native to Phoenix. He's not a flight risk. I want to just tell you, the last 18 months, he's gone through a lot. He's lost his grandfather, his grandmother, 2 uncles, and a cousin committed suicide last 18 months. It's no excuse for his behavior, but it might explain why he's not thinking straight. And his parents, his mother and his father's mother's on the phone, on the video now. They're going to get him into therapy as soon as they can when they get him out, because obviously he should have been already. I'm asking the court to consider pretrial services or a bond that a secured bond, so the family can bond him out, get him the help he needs. He's not a risk to the community, has no prior history. I understand the allegations in this case are serious, and he's not a risk to flee. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Nermer. Mr. Garcia, anything in response?
Your Honor, we can appreciate and are in fact sympathetic to those background circumstances. However, the what transpired, obviously very serious allegations. The defendant has proven himself, at least at this point, to be a danger to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia. So, Mr. Smith, there's about 15 different factors according to the law that I have to take in consideration when setting release conditions. Your attorney did mention some of them. The state mentioned some of them as well. What troubles me on the allegations that you're in front of the court today is the allegations are very serious, as your attorney alluded to. I do have some concerns with the community if I were to release you on less onerous means. I'm not going to go with the entire amount that the state is recommending. I am going to set a $25,000 secured bond. As a part of your release, I will also order that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I think that will address some of the concerns I have with the safety to the community aspect. You will receive an envelope that has details on pretrial release, and when they install that ankle monitor, they'll go over some of the restrictions that you'll have. But I am going to order that as a part of your release. I'm also going to order that you not have any contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All this is going to be in my paperwork. Do you have any questions specifically about my orders?
Say it out loud.
No. Okay. Mr. Garcia, anything the state wants to address?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Nermer, anything else from you?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
So you can feel free to use that back room, Mr. Nermer, if you want to talk with your client before leaving today. But that is the conclusion of the case. We'll make sure to get you and your client a copy of the release orders.
Thank you, sir. Let's talk for a couple minutes.
And Mr. Garcia, are you appearing on any other ones today?
No, Your Honor, I don't think so.
Okay. Feel free to disconnect or stay on the line. It's up to you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Nash. You feel free to connect or stay connected or disconnect yourself as well.
I'll be disconnected. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. James Johnson to the podium and Justin Williams to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
James Johnson, August 12th, 1988.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated criminal damage, Class 3 felony, burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felony, and possession of burglary tools, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Yes,
I am going to set a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court.
Should I say something, sir?
You can at the end. I'm going to get
Okay.
through everything and give you the opportunity,
Thank you.
okay? I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, if you post that bond, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no contact with any listed co-defendant, including while you're in custody, no possessing any weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yes, sir. I have 2 kids at home. I've lived in Arizona for 13 years. I have no money to pay for anything like that. I'm not a flight risk. I'm not going anywhere, but I got to set up my kids somewhere while I'm in jail. Is there any way I can just get sent home with an anger monitor? I can set them up while I go through all this because they have nothing. They don't have anybody, and I have to set them up with a family member or something.
So I do have to take and consider a lot of different factors when setting release conditions. I am concerned with the amount of damage you had allegedly had committed. What the city of Glendale is reporting, I believe, is over $150,000 in damages. I did already come down because of your lack of criminal history. The state was recommending that I hold you on a $150,000 cash bond. I'm only going to set a $25,000 secured bond. That does mean you can use a bonding company. Bonding companies generally require about 10% plus collateral. Now, in terms of coordinating care for your children, you will have access to a phone when you get back to processing. So you can call who you need to call to try to get that lined up. I can't give you access to any of your numbers in your phone.
I know that's
so you can talk with the detention officers when you get back to processing to see what you'll have access to, but I cannot guarantee that you'll be able to get anything from your personal belongings.
Is there any way I can get the bond lowered to 10? Because I could pay 10.
Not at this point in time. I already came down a considerable amount from what the state was recommending.
All right, thank you.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat. Justin Williams to the podium and Tony Woods to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Justin Williams, July 30th, 1976.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated criminal damage, Class 3 felony, and burglary in the 3rd degree, Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community should you post that bond and install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, I'll also order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no contact with any listed co-defendants, including while you're in custody, and no weapons or drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
If you look at my history, I've been in trouble before, but I've never missed a court date. I mean, is there any way I could get without a bond?
Well, it does look like you have 6 failures to appear in your history, and the last conviction that you have is actually for a burglary allegation, which is a pretty similar allegation to what you're in front of the court today. So no, I'm not going to go any lower than that.
Yes.
Okay? Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Thank you, counsel. Have a good night. Tony Woods to the podium, and Michael Clark to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Tony Joe Woods, 30th, 1986.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases, both probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in both cases. I'm setting them both for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each of the warrants. It's a $750 bond on the first case and a $2,500 bond on the second case. So that's a total bond of $3,250. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Michael Clark to the podium and Keith Valle to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Clark, October 6, 1985.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different cases. All three of them are probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney on all three matters and set them all for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each of the warrants. That's a $750 bond on each case. So that's a total bond of $2,250. If you do post bond, I am going to order that you not have any contact with any of the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Keith Valle to the podium and Randy Scroggins to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Keith Valley, June 29th, 1983.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $1,000 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Randy Scroggins to the podium and Justin Garcia to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Randy Scroggins, 9/13/93.
Thank you. We are here today on two different probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in these cases. I'm also setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each warrant. It's a $250 bond on each case. So that's $500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Justin Garcia to the podium and Naomi Mayers to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Justin Garcia, 3/15/96.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating term 1 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. It's a $250 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Naomi Mayers to the podium and Kamaya Keith to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Naomi Mara, 6/28/85.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 15th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. It's a $250 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Kamaya Keith to the podium and Quinn Barron to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
8/4/2003, Kamaya Celine Keith.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 1 count of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, from an incident in November of 2023. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a cash bond today in the amount of $50. It's my understanding that you're currently in DOC custody. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to set a bond just so that you start generating credit for time served. Obviously, you're not going to be released on your DOC matter, so they're not going to release you on this one. Don't post that bond. I am going to order that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. But talk to your attorney on how your current case with DOC is going to affect this one, okay?
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Quinn Barron to the podium and David Humphrey to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
It's Quinn Brown, Quinn Brone. 22265.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, from an offense date listed of August of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 25th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. So you're going to get an envelope as you leave court today that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, I was gonna come to court here, and they told me on the 15th of this month, I had a court date. I had to go to the hospital. They let me go on this warrant. It was a warrant that was, it was vacated, and then they just became a warrant. You know, they brought it back up. Well, anyway, they let me go and told me to take care of the warrant. Well, I was about to do that, and this happened.
Okay. Well, I'm releasing you, so just make sure you get to court for your next hearing.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. David Humphrey to the podium and Jose Hernandez to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
David Humphrey, 11/24/1980.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You are charged with 1 count of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, from an offense in July of 2024. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a status conference on April 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 25th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you'll appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Jose Hernandez to the podium and Myrtle Abunyan to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jose Hernandez, 11084.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West McDowell Justice Court. It's for a case involving 2 different counts of driving under the influence, both Class 1 misdemeanors. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in that case, and I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the West McDowell Justice Court on April 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you'll appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am going to order that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
What day was it?
The next hearing is on the 22nd of April.
Okay.
That's in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I actually went to that court.
So they're saying that you failed to appear at your last court hearing. So you may have gone to a court date, but it wasn't the last court date. So that's why a bench warrant was issued, okay? So grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat. Myrtle Abanyan to the podium and Elijah Yinks to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Myrtle Banyan, 1/21/71.
Thank you. We are here today on an out-of-state warrant. It's called a fugitive of justice matter. Did you get a laminated piece of paper to read through before you came into court today? Okay, I'm going to go over everything with you. I just want to make sure that you at least had the opportunity to review that, okay? We are here today on a warrant out of Wyoming for your arrest, so you do have a couple of choices to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and the governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are sent back to Wyoming. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for Wyoming to come and get you. That 30 days would start tomorrow as long as there are no other criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If there are criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, that 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you do ask for an extradition hearing, I will set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on April 21st at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint you an attorney in this case because these are civil in nature, but you do have the right to hire one at your own expense if you choose. Because this is a probation violation warrant, you are not entitled to bail during this case, so you would be held in custody until the conclusion of your extradition matter. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you back to Wyoming, and that process could take up to 90 days. So you have those two different options today. Do you have any questions about what your two options are?
No.
Which one would you like to go with?
I had a question that, again, if I wanted to stay here in Arizona and do the probation thing here, could I?
So, I mean, that's a possibility. If you're on probation currently out of Wyoming, it's in Wyoming. You'd have to have it transferred to Arizona.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in your probation case because I'm not the Wyoming court.
I got violated.
So that would have to be something that you'd have to bring up in Wyoming.
Because I don't want to go all the way back. You know, I was wanting to.
So if you don't want to leave Arizona, I can set an extradition hearing on the 21st of April.
And
that
then
allows you to
that's where
fight the extradition.
I can ask them if they can just do the process here.
Well, not exactly, because that request has to go to Wyoming. So the Wyoming court is the one that controls your probation case.
Okay, so what?
They're the ones that have to say, yes, you can come to Arizona, not Arizona.
Oh, and so then I wouldn't have to go all that way?
That would be up to whether you would be found extraditable or not.
So what do I do?
But you'd probably have to go back to Wyoming.
So
you have two options. You can voluntarily return back to Wyoming, that's through the waiver, or you can fight the extradition process and go through an extradition hearing.
Okay, because I'll volunteer because I came here with my boyfriend, and he has the same charge as I do.
Okay, so do you want to have that extradition hearing, or do you just want to waive and go back to Wyoming to get
I'll just waive and go back to Wyoming.
Okay,
but,
so I have to ask you a couple of questions to make sure you're making this decision under your own free will. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign this paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing if you wanted one?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you're returned?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have the right to bail in this case if I were to set an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paperwork? Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours that affects your ability to make a decision?
No.
Okay, I do find that you are knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the requesting state that you are ready to return. The requesting state has 30 days from tomorrow to come and pick you up, unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, that 30-day clock would not begin until those charges are resolved. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, I'll have you step up here to the right. We're going to have you sign two things, and then we'll get you on your way. Oh, come back to the microphone real quick.
I have a question that.
Okay.
My boyfriend, I couldn't find him in 8 days. We were homeless down there, and he's kind of like his mental is not there.
Okay.
And I'm really worried about him, and I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I think it would be best for him because he's really bad on drugs and stuff.
Sure. So I can't do anything for him because he's not here in front of me today.
I can talk to?
So what I would suggest doing, you're going to get taken back to processing after all of this. You'll have access to a phone. Ask some of the detention officers back there if there's a way that you can report him missing or something. They'll give you more information on what you have access to back there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Come up here. We're going to have you sign two things and get you on your way. Elijah Yinks to the podium.
Slow for me, please.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Elijah Ings, July 22nd, 2005.
Thank you. We are here today on a fugitive of justice case. That's an out-of-state warrant out of Texas for your arrest. So you do have to go through some things today that I'm going to review with you. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork? That's that laminated sheet before you came into court?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go over everything with you. I just want to make sure that you had the opportunity to read that. As I stated, you do have a warrant out of the state of Texas for your arrest, so you do have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and that the governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned to Texas. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for Texas to come and get you. That 30-day time would start tomorrow as long as that you don't have criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If there are criminal charges pending against you in Arizona, then that 30-day period would not begin until those charges are resolved. If you do want an extradition hearing, I will set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on April 21st at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint you an attorney because extradition cases are civil in nature, but you do have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense if you choose.
So
You are not entitled to bail in this case because it is a probation violation case, so you would be held non-bondable until the duration of your extradition proceedings. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you back to Texas, and that process could take up to 90 days. So you have the two different options to either have an extradition hearing to see if you're extraditable, or you can voluntarily waive your rights and go back to Texas on your own accord. During both of those times, you would be held non-bondable, which is more of a duration question. So which way would you like to go, with the waiver or with the extradition hearing?
go ahead, waive it.
Waive? Okay, so we have some questions I have to ask you to make sure that you understand and are making this decision under your own free will. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign this paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you do not have the right to bail in this case if I do set an evidentiary hearing?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paperwork?
No, sir.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours that affects your ability to make a decision?
No, sir.
I am finding that you are knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily signing the waiver, and I am also signing it. I am directing the sheriff's office to notify the requesting state that you are ready to return. The requesting state will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up, unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, that 30-day period will not begin until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions?
So what happens if they don't get me in 30 days?
So you'll be held for that 30-day period. They could come and get you tomorrow. They could come get you after 29 days. But if you hit day 30 and they haven't picked you up, then you would be released. Now, I always tell people, even if you're released because that 30 days expires, the warrant out of Texas is still valid. So you could be immediately rearrested on that. So no matter what happens, make sure you get this addressed so you don't just keep getting picked up on the same warrant, okay?
They gonna come get me.
Yeah, they're gonna come get you. So come up, step up here to your right. We're gonna have you sign a couple things and we'll get you on your way.
That's good.
It will need to be your full name. Hold on, sorry. 1 second. Okay, start again. And sign again. Okay, you can put it down.
And that does conclude the 5 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 8 p.m.
Cordova?
Yes.
Thank you.
And good evening, Your Honor. This is the Spanish interpreter on the line, and I'll be on the line if needed.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, there they are. One or two? Yeah. Sorry. Number. Okay. Okay, Mr. Cordova, let's see, you've got a couple of complaints here. Let's see, November 12th of last year, the allegations are third-degree burglary and organized retail theft. And then October 26th, third-degree burglary, organized retail theft. The state is recommending 5,500. Is that 5,500 a piece or all together?
Your Honor, it would be 5,500 apiece. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm at a minimum, I'm gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. You have a probation hold, so you're gonna remain in custody on that anyway. Do not return to any Circle K, no contact with alleged victim. We'll hear from the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. So as the court noted, Mr. Cordova already has that probation violation hold. For that reason, we are asking the court to consider imposing $2,000 bonds on each case. So we are asking 2,000 plus 2,000, a total of 4,000. Thank you.
We'll hear from the state.
And nothing further from us, Your Honor. Thank you.
No, thank you.
This is a target.
I'm gonna make it 5,000 apiece. Same conditions on each of them. Next court date is April 18th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. Your excuse.
Your excuse. Get out of my face. Be gone like the wind. All right. So we got the slowest judge on the West. This guy is slow as molasses. And I'm not exaggerating. So it's definitely going to be a right today. It is what it is. Hey, what up? Hello. Bueno.
Hello, what is your name?
Carlos Adrián Hernández.
Okay. Mr. Hernandez, you're charged with unlawful possession of a dangerous drug and unlawful possession of paraphernalia. You are already being held on another felony. I'm going to order in this case no alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't return to the location of the alleged incident. The state's recommendation is I hold you on an $1,100 bond, as well as I have a statement here that I need to read to you. This can be followed up by a question. Listen carefully.
I think I'm ready.
You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that only requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. And I'm reading this. This does not, obviously, this does not mean you're going to actually be released. It's just printed on here. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay. So we'll place you in the STEPS program. Did the defense wish to address the bond?
Yes, please, Judge. As the court noted, Mr. Hernandez is already being held on a $10,000 bond on a different matter. So for time-credit purposes, we would be asking the court for a $500 bond and set a 10-day preliminary hearing date out and a smart court date. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,000. Smart court is April 15th at 9 a.m. Preliminary hearing is April 18th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. All right, sir, you're excused.
All right, up next, what do you guys think we're going to be getting today? Because this guy is, I'm not expecting anything good tonight. Well, at least with him. We got Maricopa at 8 o'clock, which will be in about 50 minutes. So if you could hang in there, we might be having something more eventful, if you will. Let me see. Hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going, girl? 1010. DV. What happened to TK? It's nothing. It's still, the case is still going on. What up? What up? What up, Lauren? How's it going? 50 minutes with this judge feels like 4 days. Lizzie, the golden retriever. I think that's a fair assumption. All right, up next on The Price is Wrong. Let's see what it is.
Let me briefly excuse till the court handles misdemeanors.
Buy one, get one free stickers for $3.
What's your name, sir?
Joseph.
Last name?
Marquez. Marquez.
Okay, thank you.
Damn, he's on a sick one. Oh, yeah, he's going through it. Oh, yeah.
You got cases in two different courts, sir. Pima County Justice Court, you're charged with shoplifting, criminal trespass, and possession of paraphernalia.
Damn, drooling and everything. Sheen Gators. The judge earlier was giving out
no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You're released on this
he's definitely going through it.
Misdemeanor case. And your court date at Justice Court is April 17th at 8:30.
You better believe that.
You've got a bunch of other cases in Tucson City Court. We'll start with the cases that you have not already. Are you okay, sir?
That's going well.
Judge, where have you been for the last 5 minutes? This guy's going through it.
On March 7th with possession of drug paraphernalia.
Are you okay?
Criminal trespass. You failed to appear in court on March 20th.
Even Lizzie, the golden retriever, could see something's wrong with him. Come on now.
Trespassing. You failed to appear on March 13th. Criminal trespass is from December 20th.
If you will.
Of last year. And you failed to appear on January 2nd.
Man, he's about to prop up his legs up there.
And
ay.
Drug paraphernalia from December 15th of last year.
Man
failed to appear in court.
Hey, you know what? And this is a good reason why you shouldn't try anything. Any substances? Hey, you show this video to somebody.
Not guilty on those charges. And ordering no contact with any alleged victims. Don't go back to the location. And
now the cops. Oh, they're moving the chairs away? Or are they going to tase him now or what?
You've got a bunch of other cases that you've already been seeing on. Oh, here's another one that's new. drug paraphernalia, and trespassing from November of last year, and failure to appear also from November. I believe the rest of these you've already been seen on various different similar type charges, trespassing, drug paraphernalia, etc. And I think there's probation matter. Yeah, there's a petition to revoke, and I believe you've already been seen on that. So, because of your numerous failures to appear, sir, I'm going to set a bond of $2,500. Appoint the city.
There you go.
Appoint the city public defender to represent you, and you're going to be seen on video on April 17th at 1:45. If you're out of custody before then, May 13th at 9:30, Tucson City Court. You're excused, sir.
You did great.
Rodriguez. Let's see.
Be with you in a moment.
Yes, sir.
Hello, what's your name?
Christian Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're charged with domestic violence assault. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. Apparently, the victim is okay with contact with you. So you're going to be released on this. Your court date at Pima County Justice Court will be April 17th at 10:30. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, what is your name?
Angel Ecker.
Okay. It's 1-1. All right. You're charged with failure to comply with a court order and 2 counts of domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Conditions of release: obey the order of protection, don't commit any acts of domestic violence, do not possess or consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, and also no firearms or other weapons. No contact of any kind with Chantel Ecker and the 3 minor children in her care do not go to their homes, workplaces, and schools. Bond is set in the amount of $2,500. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. Video review is April 18th at 1:45. If you bond out and prior to April 18th, your out of custody date at city court is May 12th at 9 o'clock. You're excused. Hello, what is your name?
Hello, Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah. Thank you. Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with domestic violence interfering with judicial proceedings, 2 counts. I understand there's somebody on this call that wishes to speak. Please identify yourself and go ahead. If you're speaking, you're muted.
I'm sorry about that. It's Audrey Ochoa.
Okay. What would you like to say?
So this is very difficult for me. I was told to call in as to why I object to him being released. So I briefly compiled a list. Is it okay if I read through it and then you can ask me any follow-up questions if needed?
Go ahead.
Okay. He is a serious threat to the safety and well-being of our daughter and I. There's a long history of domestic violence, some reported, most not. Our daughter and I are victim to his abuse in every aspect, which includes mental, emotional, and physical abuse. He consistently violates court orders, which include current and past orders of protection. In September, he violated my order of protection, assaulted me in front of our daughter, and then tried to reframe events, filing allegations against me to be arrested. That was the start of a third DCS investigation. It was noted that there is a pattern, and the next report that they would get would lead to dependency, and they would take custody of Enadine. The only reason that didn't happen this time is because there is one healthy parent, which is me, and I need to do whatever I need to do to protect my daughter and I. This is the first time there has been repercussion to his abuse and contempt of court. And I am afraid what will happen next as he tends to retaliate. I am currently filing emergency custody orders. My attorney is working on that now, which was recommended by the judge who filed the order of protection. He is a huge danger to her safety with his substance abuse issues, which is marijuana, alcohol, and cocaine. And he drives under the influence with our daughter. He exposes himself and showers with her, and he interrogates her every time she comes back from our parenting time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may interject on some of those points, please?
No, because you may say something that would incriminate you. You have a right to remain silent and you should exercise it. Talk to your attorney about your case and only your attorney.
I don't have an attorney, Your Honor.
Well, you will after we get done.
Okay.
I'm going to hold you on, well, first of all, I'm going to order that you not have contact of any kind with Ms. Ochoa or Enadine. Stay away from the residence, her workplace, and your daughter's school. You are not to possess any firearms or other weapons. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence, and obey the order of protection.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to hold, there are 2 counts. I'm going to hold you on two $2,500 cash bonds. Video review is scheduled for April 16th at 1:30. If you post the bond, then your in-person arraignment at City Court will be the same date, April 16th at 1:30. The city public defender will be representing you. Any questions you have or statements that you want to make to them.
Your Honor, Your Honor, may I please? I know you said it would be incriminating if I speak, but I still would like to say something, sir.
No, sir. Bye. You're excused. Oh, that's yours. Hello, what's your name?
Henry Palowitz.
You are charged with criminal trespass. I'm going to order that you not have contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location, and no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm releasing you from custody with these conditions. Your court date at Tucson City Court is May the 8th at 1:30. You're excused. Good evening. What's your name?
Good evening, Jessica Carvajal.
Okay. This is an attorney general case. The charges are money laundering in the second degree, conspiracy, and illegally conducting an enterprise. The recommendation as to conditions of release are that I hold you on a $1,500 cash bond. I'm also ordering no alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons, no contact with any alleged victims, stay away from the incident location. Defense wish to be heard?
Yes, please, Judge. So it looks like this was a grand jury.
I'm sorry. One other thing. Don't leave the state of Arizona without the court's permission. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. So looks like this investigation started in 2022, and the grand jury warrant came out fairly recently in 2024. Your Honor, Ms. Carvajal does not seem to have any criminal history. She is 29 years old. Moreover, Judge, pretrial's classified her as level 1. It's a non-violent offense. I believe it's a financial crime based on just looking at the charges. So, Your Honor, we are requesting the court to consider releasing Ms. Carvajal to the supervision of pretrial services. The warrant also lists a $1,500 bond, but we're still asking for pretrial due to a complete lack of felony history and stable residence and employment. Thank you.
All right. Is there a representative of the Attorney General on? Anyone representing the state?
Your Honor, I'm here from the county attorney's office. I would just defer to their recommendation as previously provided. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm setting bond in the amount of $1,500 cash, pretrial services supervision if posted. And I've already stated the other conditions. Your next court date is April 15th at 1:30. The legal advocate is appointed to represent you. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Diego Nasir Hall.
Thank you. Mr. Hall, you're charged with disorderly conduct and reckless discharge of a firearm. I'm going to order that you not possess any and you have a probation hold, I see. You're not to possess any firearms or other weapons. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't have contact with any alleged victims. And don't return to the location of the alleged incident. The state's recommending a bond of $75,000. We'll hear from the defense.
Thank you, Ramon. So Mr. Hall does have that probation hold. The other thing I noted on the interim complaint is he's been referenced as Diego Lopez, but the first section that is completed does identify him as Diego Hall. I didn't see any alias, but I mean, if the state has that solves the issue. So, Judge, nonetheless, given the APO hold, we would be asking for a bond today. I understand the state's asking for $75,000, but Mr. Hall's attorney reached out to me this afternoon, and she confirmed that she reached out to Mr. Hall's mother, who has confirmed that she is able to take him back in case he were to be released on the probation hold as well. For that reason, we are asking the court to consider a $5,000 bond instead of the $75,000. Thank you.
Okay, the only name I'm seeing on the paperwork is Diego Nasir Hall.
Judge, this is in the body of the interim complaint where they just describe him as Diego Lopez, but
Okay, I see what you're saying.
the only reason I'm raising this, Judge, is because I didn't see an alias on pretrial services on the pretrial services report or any other source, but I'm sure the state sometimes has that information, so we'll defer to them if they are able to confirm that this is the person.
Okay. Well, his mother's name is Lopez, so maybe that's where it came from. I don't know. Is the state satisfied that this is in fact Diego Hall and not Diego Lopez?
Yes.
Okay. Direct answer to a direct question. State wish to be heard?
Yes, Your Honor. We think that $75,000 bond is appropriate. Mr. Hall's on probation for a felony aggravated assault case where he pointed a shotgun at multiple people. And now he's got a gun. He shouldn't have a gun at all, let alone, using it in a manner that is disturbing the peace of others and firing that weapon. So he's probably headed to prison at this point. He's got the probation hold. That $75,000 bond is appropriate given his infatuation with guns and his inability to knock it off. Thank you.
Judge, client wants to talk to me. Can I have a brief moment, Judge? Just back. Thank you. Just real quick. Thank you so much.
Bond is set in the amount of $75,000. Your next court date is April 18th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
So,
Good evening, sir. What's your name?
Alan Heater.
Mr. Heater, you're charged with theft of means of transportation, 2 counts, theft, and another theft. I'm gonna order that you not have contact with the alleged victim, stay away from the incident location. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. States requesting a no bond hold. And let's see here. Looks like you have a pending felony. So we're gonna set a no bond hearing for April 14th at 2:30. Preliminary hearing is April 18th at 1:30, and the public defender will be representing you. You're excused.
So,
Hello, what's your name?
Judge, Victor Javier Pacherno.
All right, so you're charged with possession of a dangerous drug and possession of paraphernalia. I see you have a probation hold. I'm going to order that you not possess any firearms or other weapons, and no alcohol or illegal drugs, and do not return to the incident location. And the state's recommending, STEPS program is what one thing that they're recommending. So let me read that statement to you, followed up by a question. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now? And I'm telling you that I'm reading this from a pre-printed form. You are being held on a probation hold, so you're not going to be released. But that's what it says. Are you interested in learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay. So, okay, we'll put you in the STEPS court. That's April 15th, 9 o'clock. Preliminary hearing is April 18th at 1:30, and the no bond hearing is April 15th at 9. Or wait a minute, no, there's no, I'm sorry, strike that. No, not a no bond hearing. And the state's recommendation as the bond is $2,500. I don't think I asked defense counsel his viewpoint on that bond request.
yes, Judge. So, thank you. Given the probation hold that Mr. Pichardo already has, we are asking the court to consider setting a $1,000 bond. That's because uh, he cooperated with police and told them the identity of the truck. That's the only reason. And Judge, we are okay if the court wants to set a STEPS date. I believe it's still April 15th, and the court already set the PH on the 18th, so I guess we're good on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. State wish to be heard.
Nothing further from us, Your Honor. Thank you.
Bond is set in the amount of $2,000. We've got the dates already, and the public defender is appointed. You're excused, sir.
Yeah.
Russell.
Hello, what's your name?
Chase Russell.
You've got three different matters. The felony charges are aggravated shoplifting and another aggravated shoplifting and possession of drug paraphernalia. Don't return to any Target store, no alcohol or illegal drugs. The state's recommendation is $5,500 as a bond, and I believe you're on felony probation already. I'm not aware of any probation hold. Let's hear from the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. As the court just noted, it looks like there is no probation hold yet. We understand it may come through any time. Your Honor, because these are Class 5 and I believe Class 4 felonies, the other thing I wanted to note is he has FTA warrants from Justice Court on shoplifting, but doesn't have convictions. And the report talks about him having shoplifting convictions under the statute. I understand the language is committed or convicted, but we still take the position that since he's entered not guilty pleas, the commission of the offense is also under dispute. So, Your Honor, for that reason, we're asking you not to find the probable cause on the 13-1805I, the specific subsection requiring convictions. And we're asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Russell to pretrial services supervision with instruction to report to his probation officer first thing in the morning. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. State wish to be heard.
Your Honor, for tonight's sake, I think there's sufficient information to determine that there's probable cause, even if one were to subscribe to Mr. Fatok's argument about the conviction versus committed. The statute is broader than that, first of all. Second of all, the fact that he's found with a tutor and tinfoil with burn marks, that is drug paraphernalia, and under anyone's conception of that, obviously used to smoke pills. So even if you believe that there is no PC for the shoplifting offenses, which would be a stretch, he still have the paraphernalia. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bond is set in the amount of $3,000. Your next court date is April 18th at 1:30. Public defenders appointed. And as to the misdemeanor cases in justice court, there's a warrant on each one of those. Just a minute. Oops. Bond is set at 100 apiece. Attorney Douglas Taylor is appointed to represent you. And your next court date is going to be April 9th, well, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pima County Justice Court on both cases. You're excused.
Judge, on the felony, did the court appoint the PD?
I believe I did. Didn't I say that?
I may have missed it, Judge. So that's on me if I missed it.
Well, no, let me double check. It is the public defender.
Thank you, Judge. Lefties. Yeah. 3,000. Salgado? Yes, and 200 on the miscellaneous. So, 100 each, so 100 discounts. Oh.
All right. Good evening. What's your name?
Good evening, Your Honor. Rafael Isaiah Salgado.
Mr. Delgado, you've got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court listing charges of burglary in the first degree, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, weapon or instrument, domestic violence, and harassment. The bond listed on this warrant is $25,000 secured. State's recommendation is in line with the amount on the warrant. At a minimum, I'm going to order that you not have contact with Anna Mayfield. Stay away from her home and workplace. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. No alcohol or drugs or firearms or other weapons. We'll hear from the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. So it looks like Mr. Salgado has not been arrested on this matter. This is a grand jury warrant. Your Honor, looking at the pretrial services report, looks like he has absolutely no criminal history of any kind. The pretrial services officer was able to confirm that, talk to his mother, who has confirmed that she is able to provide third-party custody and transport. Your Honor, he also seems to have full-time employment, and I don't see an NDCH flag. We understand that the victim's input would not be solicited when pretrial tried to contact her, but he has no NDCA flag. He is 1 on 6 on both the scales. And he is 28 years old. So for all those reasons, we're asking the court to consider releasing him to pretrial services supervision. Thank you.
Thank you. And let's hear from the state.
Your Honor, we would submit on the $25,000 amount that's listed on the warrant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to release you the supervision of pretrial services. Cooperate with them. Your next court date is April 15th at 1:30. Public defender appointed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Call your pretrial services after you leave.
There is a listing on pretrial services website on a Sheldon McPherson. Do you have such a file with you? No? Okay. Let's see. Well, I guess if he's going to be seen, he'll be seen tomorrow. Okay, in any case, we're done with the felonies. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yep, you too. Have a good night, Mr. Matok. Good night, everyone.
Take care.